The Game Awards are fucking dog shit. Let's not beat around the bush and just say truthfully, nobody likes the Game Awards. They say it's a celebration of gaming and we celebrate all the devs out there in the world when it's nowhere near the fucking truth. In case you don't know what the Game Awards are, think of it as like the Oscars but for video games, hosted by gaming legend Jeff Keighley. Now, I don't necessarily hate Jeff as a person, or Jeff, whatever, but as a businessman or whoever is just organizing this event, I don't like them very much. And well, let's just get into the reasons as to why I hate the Game Awards. The most obvious answer has to be with the ad placements. There's a shit ton of ads, and I completely understand that the show needs to be financially stable in order for things to go smoothly, but do you really need that many? And well, I'm just gonna tell you the numbers in a little bit so you can see what I mean, but they're not pretty. So let's talk about the celebration of game developers around the world who, those same devs, by the way, barely get any fucking screen time. This is the main reason for the fucking show, if you have to be reminded. It's called the Game Awards. We're giving out awards to game creators and nominating the big games that came throughout the year. And those game devs that just put their sweat, blood, tears, sleeping schedule on the line to just deliver amazing games, get 10 seconds of fame, and then they get booted off because we need more ads. Yes, we need more money. I always get bored during this event, man. And so to put it more into perspective, someone broke down the time for the ads, for the trailers, the game devs, just speeches and all that. So shout out to Haley Elise for being bored and doing the world a favor. So the event in 2023 was around 3 hours long, and the showtime for ads and trailers, which I don't mind. That's the main reason why I joined, just for gaming announcements, you know? And all of that was taking a whole hour and 28 minutes. A whole hour and 28 minutes of commercials that nobody gives a fuck about. It's half the showtime. This is fucking ridiculous. And so the most important thing about the Game Awards, you know, the winner's speeches, how much time did they get? And I need to remind you that there are 31 categories for the Game Awards, okay? 31! And the total amount of time that these people get is 10 minutes. That's it. This goes for the speeches or like whenever they just give the awards to someone. Like, you notice how they just go through it? They're just like, oh, we have those people who are nominated and the winner is blah, blah, blah. And then they go to the next one. Like, that's how it goes. That is... what the fuck? And before I look like a hypocrite, yes, I also don't care all that much about the speeches, but the thing is, those people are getting rewarded for all their efforts, and I feel like we should hear them out, at least, right? And it's not like I'm totally emotionless, like I do listen. It's not the thing I mostly care about, but whenever they're just talking about like, oh, my daughter basically made me just, you know, realize that it was important to work on this game. I did it for her, mostly. I'm just like, oh, this is awesome, man. Because the majority of these people are terminally stuck on their computer. Like, they are working day and night to just get this video game out. And so you bring them out, they have 30 whole seconds to make their speeches, and then after that, there's the big prompter in the back that just says, please wrap it up, wrap it up. And then this music starts coming in to tell them to fuck off the stage, which is probably the most elegant way to be rude. And you would think that's it, but no, my friends. We're only scratching the surface. But before getting into the meat of the Game Awards, I want to talk about the announcements that they unveiled as like world premieres. I will tell you right now, of the 7 Game Awards that I've watched, I think I only remember around 5 announcements total. There was the Breath of the Wild DLC, Bayonetta 3, the Monster Hunter Wilds trailer from last year, Tiki getting into Fire Emblem Engage, and obviously Sephiroth getting into Smash, which I wasn't too excited about because we could have had another Final Fantasy character outside of 7, but it just has to be 7. And I also don't like Final Fantasy all that much. Oh, and did I miss someone? But the guy on my face? No, that didn't happen. I wasn't there. I was in my car. Here's a whole explanation edited. That's why I don't have a reaction. The Game Awards were so boring, I left midway thinking that nothing would happen. Then I get a text from my brother saying he's in, and So like I said in that bit, the Game Awards were so boring that I left during it and missed out on Joker's announcement. You know, my most wanted character in Smash for DLC? I missed it because this piece of shit event is dog shit and they kept playing Battle Royale game ads. Woo! But hey, I got Smash at midnight. I swear, most of the announcements that they have during the Game Awards is either shooters, third-person action adventures, and just whatever is trendy during that year. Maybe in there's a little golden nugget, maybe. While I can understand that some Japanese companies don't really want to do any reveals during the Game Awards because, you know, it's all in English and they don't really care about the American games, which, by the way, based? I am 100% behind them. We keep getting the same shit again and again and again. Japanese games are carrying the Game Awards every time they're shown off. Okay, now let's talk about the winners of the awards themselves, which most of the time don't deserve their fucking win. You'd think that it's based off what game excels based on the category that it's into, right? But no, it's just a fucking popularity contest. The prime example was the show of 2020 where The Last of Us 2 was getting awards after awards after awards after awards. So I'm gonna give you a little refresher as to what The Last of Us Part 2 won over other games. It won Best Audio Design over Doom Eternal and Resident Evil 3. It won Best Narrative over Ghost of Tsushima, and as much as I don't like the new story for that game, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and fucking 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Aegis Rim. I don't know. I think it's Aegis Rim. Imagine giving an award to The Mid of Us 2 over an Atlas game for storytelling. Storytelling! It won Best Action Game over Ghost of Tsushima, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Which is fucking wild. Best Game Direction over FF7 Remake and Hades. Over Hades? Bruh. And obviously Game of the Year over Doom Eternal, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and while I wouldn't put it as a Game of the Year per se, Animal Crossing New Horizons, I just want to mention it because it was fucking huge back then and we really needed that kind of game. 4 awards that I feel this game didn't fucking deserve, especially when it was such a huge mixed bag. I genuinely have no idea why it won so many. And while that was the obvious example for most of the people, right? I feel like this specific one I'm going to mention was the nail in the coffin in terms of the legitimacy of the Game Awards votes. In 2022, we got a winner for score and music, which I know 100% didn't fucking deserve it, especially when I tell you what it was against. The winner of the best music in 2022 was for God of War Ragnarok, and I played that game recently, and it was pretty okay. Now, I didn't complain about the music, which I guess makes it good, but it's mainly atmospheric, you know? So, I just forget about it. And so here is what it was competing against. You may want to sit down for this. I also gotta add this last minute because my friend told me about it, but fucking Sonic Frontiers didn't even get nominated for that year. I will give a lot of shit about this game, but I will never spit on the music. For example, Break Through It All somehow made me tear up when I listened to it. That's just how powerful this shit was, bro. It won over Metal Hellsinger, which, by the way, is a shooter that's just like with music and stuff. That's already a crime. It won over Elden Ring, which is fucking insane enough as is. And the biggest competition, I was sure that this game was gonna win this music award, right? Bro, whoever decided to have God of War Ragnarok win this award should be in jail, bro. But anyways, it won over Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which is the music that you're listening to right now. And like, sure, I'm biased towards the series and all that, but come on! Come on! Like, have you heard anything from that game? It's fucking amazing! Try and name me at least 3 God of War Ragnarok tracks. Try it. Off the top of my head, I remembered the overworld themes, the Agnes and Keith's camp music, as well as Just a Step Away, Where We Belong, and oh my god, the battle themes. Oh! Whoever legitimately believes that God of War Ragnarok deserved that award, ooh! Ooh! You're either one who doesn't play any video games or you're just a Sony fanboy, because Xenoblade deserved it that fucking year. And this leads me to my last point, which you're gonna have to hear me out so you can understand my point of view, okay? The Game Awards are racist. No. Wait. Okay. I'm kind of exaggerating it, but I'm serious. Well, obviously, they're not racist per se, but they definitely have a huge bias towards Western games. So for Game of the Year, the winners that are not American include Zelda Breath of the Wild in 2017 and Elden Ring in 2022. Out of 10 shows, there were only 2 games from Japan that won Game of the Year. And I get it, like most of the judges are from the US, so therefore there's more of a bias towards Americans. But it's still bullshit. In case you forgot, us, the gamers, whenever we vote for this show, we're only contributing 10% towards whether a game wins an award or not. And well, to be fair, I don't want to see Genshin Impact win Best RPG every single year, because that game keeps popping up in the polls for some reason every single year. Like, I get that it's getting updated, but that doesn't mean it's a new fucking game. But I feel as though we should have a bigger impact. I mean, we are the gamers after all. Not some fucking journalists out there who can't get past a tutorial. And again, like I said, I know that the majority of the audience is here in America, but that doesn't mean we should throw out every other country out the window. Now that I talk about it aloud, I feel like people are gonna think that I am racist towards American games, which is not the fucking case. But guys, this is the Game Awards, not the American Gaming Awards. It's about everywhere in the world. We should show more love to the people outside of America, especially when you fly them out in America with 12 hours of jet lag for one night and they don't get anything. Like, that's fucked up. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm tired of the same things happening every year because, did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? I'm tired of this commercialism being shoved up my ass. I'm tired of seeing my favorite games that clearly deserve to fucking win just being pushed aside because of American bias. And most of all, my opinions are way more important than the Game Awards, so you should watch my whole notes so that way you know what are the best games of that year. Even though I don't really play games all that much because responsibilities. Fucking A. Just Joff, just make the show better or make me the show coordinator. Because like I know what the people want. I know what they want. And with that, I got shit to do, so I'm gonna go now.